congealed Putrescence became a member.
Yo, what's happening, chat? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Like the stream. Like the stream while you're here, chat. Could you do that? Could you do that for me? Could you like the stream? Sorry, I have Discord open in the background. Anyway, let me put myself on Do Not Disturb so I don't receive any notifications. There we go. All right, let's get into it. How's it going? We doing all right this evening? Expose the Minecrafters. Why would I need to expose the Minecrafters when they're exposing themselves to children? No, okay. I said it in pre-stream chat. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say if fucking like with Dream, right? Everybody wants him to be a predator, but I think he's right now Dream is just like a creepy loser that is creepy and a loser. But being a weirdo or having zero riz and being able to get no pussy does not dictate you Diesel working 3 days in a row. I'm trying to stream more, you know, but getting no pussy does not mean that you're a predator. It just means that you have no riz, no bitches, and your bed is cold at night, okay? Diesel, I beat MGS1. Now I'm on MGS2. That's great. That's great. Good job. I always recommend people go in chronological order, but that's good too. MGS1 is great. MGS2 even better. I mean, we may end up repeating and having a rant about Metal Gear again today. If you're wondering why that happened, my home wiring is bad, so sometimes the lights flicker on and off. Yeah, he's just cringe. It's just so easy with every other Minecraft streamer that gets called out for being one. Yeah, it's easy to do that. It requires fortitude and sheer power of will not to say that a YouTuber who's a Minecrafter is also a predator. But yeah, so today we're talking. We got a mix of things, right? Right. Hold on. Let me pull up the server. Let me pull up the server. We have a thread now because we do drama threads. What up, K-Huck? Diesel, it's okay. You don't get to play. We were still your parasocial friends here. But we have a Minecrafter watch, and Ranboo ended up in some drama recently. And I don't know how long I'm going to talk about this. But this is kind of like the Harry Potter drama you saw with Silverveil, or whatever her name is. So it's a little bit of that. And unfortunately today, chat, there will be the mention. Why does everybody go straight to pedophiles? Go touch some fucking grass, people. Not everything is pedophile related. Diesel, you shouldn't have played the incest game. This Vice article says the Jews have something to do with it. Okay, so unfortunately, Ranboo, who is a 20-year-old, has gotten involved in the political discourse, which I don't know if you've been online recently, chat, but it has gotten bad. It has gotten bad. And this isn't me giving... I don't want this to be like the hot take political stream. I am somebody who is interested in geopolitics and foreign affairs, and I have been for many a year. It's just something I enjoy. But the point of me saying all this is to preface the conversation that's going on. So community member Axis was a blessed himbo enough to do a breakdown of this VOD for us. And then I'm going to go into watching it, right? But I think it's important we understand the context, right? So if you guys have played The Last of Us Part 2, hold on, let me turn off my heat because this is going to get really fucking stupid really fast. Who's Ranboo? Ranboo is like a twee onceler guy who plays Minecraft, and he's super soy. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so The Last of Us Part 2. Right? The Last of Us Part 2 is, and I'm going to be really reductive, but if you haven't played it, here's the message of The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2 is about the cycle of violence and how it isn't worth it, and how the cycle of violence begets only to violence, right? So this isn't like a spoiler because it was spoiled for everybody anyway, but Joel dies because of his actions at the end of Last of Us Part 1, right? And as a result of that, Ellie goes on a revenge quest to kill the people who killed Joel, and the people go to try and kill her, right? So as a result, it's a cycle of violence, and the cycle of violence doesn't solve anything, right? So you know, the message of violence begets violence, violence is bad. That's I know I'm being really reductive. Last of Us Part 2 I think does a decent job of explaining it, right? But that's that. Now, the director, Neil Druckmann, of The Last of Us Part 2, is Jewish. Okay? Okay? Are we following? So, the creator of The Last of Us Part 2 is Jewish, right? And you might go, Diesel, what the fuck is the point of any of what you're explaining? I feel like you in chat might be going, oh no, this stream is getting dangerously close to just talking about somebody's unrelenting anti-Semitism, right? Here I am thinking that maybe we're talking the funny haha Dream and Tommy Innit are not friends anymore thing. I will mention that, right? This is going to be rough, isn't it? I need to explain. Coffee Man is talking about the Jews, right? So, so Neil Druckmann is a minority, a Jewish minority. Comprende? Right? He's an Israeli American, and part of the game is, and I'm reading Axis's summary. Thank you, Axis. Part of the game, the conflict is based on his feelings over the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Okay? So, I told you the message of The Last of Us Part 2 is that violence begets violence, and that it's a cycle of violence, that nobody at the end of the day is a winner because of the violence regardless of that. Revenge leads to only more revenge and yada yada, right? So, in no way is The Last of Us Part 2 an approval of war crimes. In fact, one could argue The Last of Us Part 2 is an indictment of war crimes, right? Because people don't get along, right? That's the whole thing. People don't get along. And there was this article by Vice, and I swear this will get around to Ranboo in a minute, but I need to explain all of this, right? There's this article by Vice that is the not-so-hidden Israeli politics of The Last of Us Part 2. But in the end, it has to be this way. All right. Yeah. This is a Metal Gear reference, actually. Right. And needless to say, this is an opinion article. So it has a lean to it. Let's see. The Last of Us Part 2 focuses on what has broadly been defined by some of its creators as a cycle of violence. While some zombie fiction shows human depravity in response to fear of scarcity in the immediate aftermath of the outbreak, Last of Us Part 2 takes place in a more stabilized apocalypse. More specifically, the cycle of violence in The Last of Us Part 2 appears to be largely modeled after the Israeli-Palestine conflict. Hold on. Okay, so I can't even get to the Ranboo part of this without breaking this down. So first of all, again, this is an opinion piece, and this is not me giving a take on the current political climate, because I know everybody has really strong opinions on it. This isn't me doing that. But I love how this is written, where it's like, more specifically, the cycle of violence in Last of Us Part 2 appears to be largely modeled after the Israeli-Palestine conflict, right? So they are taking a guess, right? This is someone taking an opinionated guess. When you say that appears, you're just taking a guess. Meanwhile, let me just say, there are ethnic conflicts that beget a cycle of violence across the world. It is not just this one that exists, right? One only needs to look at the Balkans to understand that this is not unique as a conceptual thing, right? I suspect that some of the players, if they consciously clock the parallels at all, will think The Last of Us Part 2 is taking a balanced and fair perspective on that conflict, humanizing and exposing the flaws in both sides and its in-game analogs. But as someone who grew up in Israel, I recognize a familiar, firmly Israeli way of seeing and explaining the conflict. Okay, so this article is an opinion thing. It's not very. I can't say that I particularly find this to be articulate, and I think that this is kind of missing the forest for the trees, right? Americans discover that European and Asian countries despise each other. I know, a shocking revelation. So, but in practice, marginalizes Palestinian experiences in a manner that perpetuates a horrific status quo. Okay, so let me articulate an opinion on art. Let me do that, right? I love art that is challenging. I do not need to agree with a piece of literature to understand its themes or take away a message or enjoy it. For example, chat, I love Disco Elysium, right? Disco Elysium, if you don't know, is a very political game, but it's very smart and it doesn't belittle other beliefs in sake of its own, right? So Disco Elysium is written by young people who did not grow up during the Soviet era, right? The game is a proponent. It supports the idea of the communist mindset, right? Okay, right? Me personally, not a communist, and I think it's very ironic for people growing up in a post-Soviet state to be fans of that ideology. But the point is that they are able to recognize the flaws in their own ideology and talk about that in the game. It's very articulate about these things, and I respect it for what it is, right? And I'm able to enjoy the piece of art despite me not agreeing politically, quote unquote, right? So that's good. In no way do I think The Last of Us Part 2 is so incredibly inspired. Plus, it's Estonian. Yes, they're Estonian. I couldn't remember the Estonia used to be part of the USSR. So there. But all this to say, right, is that I can enjoy something without getting absolutely bogged down in the political minutia, right? For some reason, in the past 12, 13 years of the internet, people are really struggling with the concept of games being political and allowing them to exist if they disagree with your beliefs. And that is a problem. I talked about this on my stream with Andy and Lele. That game has undertones of incest, but Minecraft YouTuber grooming. Maybe we all need to touch fucking grass because Kristen R covers drama and thinks that too. Right? So the point of me saying this is that people have a really hard time accepting art for what it is, and they just go to see it for something else. And it makes it really fucking frustrating to engage with something on a complicated level. Like the Andy and Lele game has those themes of incest, but the game is not like a promotion of incest like Twitter would have you believe. It is about very codependent, very damaged, very troubled people, as well as being about a sociopath who enjoys belittling and kind of being in charge of their brother, and they kind of exert that sexual pressure on their brother as a method of control, right? This game sounds something like my roommate, history PhD, whose thesis was about housing under communism, would eat up. Eve, they would love Disco Elysium, 100%, right? But the point of me explaining all of this is that people are really reductive with art and refuse to have really complicated conversations about it. And I believe social media, in particular Twitter, is responsible for that, right? It feels like the Starfield gender BS. Everything has conflict. If not, nothing would be entertaining. I don't know. The incest game wasn't even that bad. I've seen poorly translated dojins with stuff people would get more mad about than that. Yeah, absolutely. What's another kind of game? Baldur's Gate 3. People said that Baldur's Gate 3 was a promotion of bestiality because you can fuck a guy who turns into a bear for sex. Okay? Yeah, media literacy is really bad. So, all right. So, do we understand my opinion on this, right? Have I articulated myself a lot, right? I feel like I've had to really articulate myself to explain why you should be allowed to play The Last of Us Part 2. I think even if Neil Druckmann is giving his entire paycheck to Benjamin Netanyahu, right? I do think that Last of Us as a piece of art is worth an experience if it is a thing that you wish to experience. Okay? Now let's get back to the Minecrafter. Ranboo played Last of Us Part 2 on stream. Okay? And his audience got mad at him, right? His audience got mad at him. You'll get canceled anyway. Don't worry, Diesel. No, I know I'm going to get... I know that there is a subsect of even people who watch me who will listen to this and go, damn, I can't believe he believes in the thing I disagree with. When I have given no concrete opinion on the current Middle East conflict that is currently happening. The opinion is about art. That's what it's about, right? So Ranboo is 20, so part of this is me going to be speaking to someone who will never listen to me anyway, right? But I think it's worth a discussion because this stuff happened with the Harry Potter game, right? So he got, like, destroyed for playing this game, right? His audience ripped him a new one and sent him that Vice article as if it was the smoking gun. But again, it is an opinion piece. And, now shocking, the people who should be speaking about any conflict the most are people who can be directly impacted either by secondhand or firsthand, right? So, for example, Neil Druckmann is an Israeli Jew. He has an opinion on the conflict, and quite personally, it would be inappropriate of me to say that he should not give his opinion. Just as saying that if a Palestinian streamer wanted to talk about the conflict, their opinion would be more valuable than mine. I am not a subject matter expert. I am simply someone who likes to read books about this. Okay? So, he gets destroyed for this, right? And he does a serious stream. To be honest, I imagine most of his audience are way too young to be playing The Last of Us 2. That's true, right? So he gets demolished for this, and there is a VOD about it. And I am going to now listen to that. It is about 42 minutes. Diesel, an individual who can have different opinions to me, I could overlook that because I'll never agree with someone 100% or throw a tantrum online because it gets me immediate gratification. I'm hedging a bet that people in Gaza or Israel right now are not watching Minecraft streams. Yes. I think the outrage is very fucking hilarious. But okay. All this to say, I'm going to compare this to the Harry Potter drama. So Hogwarts Legacy comes out. People begin making statements saying that this game is directly funding J.K. Rowling. Let me just say that information came out later on that J.K. Rowling received no income from the publication of Hogwarts Legacy, right? You didn't know that at first, though, because she's the owner of the brand, right? And so all of that, right? So what happened is during that time is a VTuber got bullied to the point where she was crying, right? And she got offline from that stream, right? But the reaction to that was inappropriate, right? It was completely inappropriate. Creator Man disagrees with me. Me hit with rock. Right? I don't expect you all to always agree with me. I don't want that. I it's just not who I am, right? But I also am old enough that I can articulate the things that I say to a point where I can say things, right? So all that happened with Hogwarts Legacy, and it was definitely not cool. But the thing is there's...
Creator Man disagrees with me. Me hit with rock.
Yeah, it was two VTubers. There was Silvertail or Silvervale, and then Pikami. Or I'm probably mispronouncing both their names, but those are the two I remember. Yeah, Silvervale. Okay, Silvervale and Pikami. All right. But the point is that they're just people who get online to go after whatever social thing is happening currently, and they will act like really bad people to get what they want. And that is the problem, really. Silvervale has actually come forward and said that she wasn't bullied off the internet for it. Well, even now, Silvervale is a lot more like less PC. Cloudy is a paid chatter. Yes. All right. Point of all this is, right? I remember some streamers would get harassed beyond what they should. Yeah. Pikami. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Pippa would not take that. That's just not who her brand or personality is, right? At this point, with the tension of the internet, you have to write a college-level thesis about your take, or your words will be put against you. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. At one point, it's just like, I can't put in the energy to constantly be talking about my takes. Like okay, here's an example. XQC did a reaction recently to the alleged bombing of a hospital, okay? And as a result of that, people were saying that he was like an ambulance chaser, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I did not give it a real opinion on this. What I did was I gave a joke opinion. I responded to XQC saying that he was being paid off by Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, to cover the Israeli-Palestine conflict. It was a joke. People thought I was serious and were mad that I was saying that XQC was being paid off by the IDF. It was a joke. But what am I going to do? Am I going to like, I'm not going to go and reply to everyone being like, oh, I was making a joke. If you didn't get the joke, you're just stupid. And I can't. Like, come on. XQC's being paid off by Benjamin Netanyahu. Are you fucking kidding me? But, like, it was stupid. It was stupid. I can't believe I got shit for that. That was one of the ones where I was like, am I really getting shit for this? Or the rosemary parmesan stuff. Which, by the way, Diesel, you're a psyop. Yeah, I'm actually being paid off by the CIA. I'm a deep state operative. You just don't get it. Right? But for another one was the rosemary parmesan stuff. Right? And... for example, I made a couple of jokes about rosemary parmesan. And the frustrating part about it was that people were mad that I wasn't taking the hide and seek bitch seriously. Like, are you fucking serious? Oh, yeah, okay. Like, we even caught her on stream like literally lying through her teeth and asking for like a transactional relationship. Like, it was ridiculous. But after a while, what the fuck are you supposed to do besides say that Rosemary Parmesan is a dumb asshole, right? Diesel's a psyop to get more they bisexuals to join the army. That's true. That's true. That's 100% true. Factual. Don't look it up. I think the sad part is that some people actually believe that it's possible to think that XQC will stoop to that level. Right? But the point about all this is that people are very super overreactionary to drama, or it's just that I can't remember her real name. That's why I keep calling her Rosemary Parmesan. I genuinely can't remember. All right. Anyway, we're getting distracted. I want to get through some of this, so we'll hear what Ranoo has to say.
All right. There we go. Okay.
I think it's just a black
I'm
screen.
Going to wait like 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait like 5 minutes just so that people can come in and everything. So yeah.
If anybody wants to give me a
Yeah,
timestamp,
like 5 minutes.
that would be
Hold on.
great, so I
Let
can
me,
skip the quiet.
Do this. Okay. Well, there we go. There we go. Make sure that you know that if you put something in chat, you're just gonna be timed out for a while. Just because, again, I want people to focus on what I have to say instead of, you know, either people putting dumb stuff in chat or, you know, putting dumb stuff in chat yourself.
Okay, so first, which one is Ranoo again? Ranoo. Okay, I'm gonna use the word twee Onceler. Minecraft Onceler. Skip to 4 minutes in. Okay. So Minecraft twee Onceler. Slaw with the 5 gifted again. Jesus, Slaw, you were funding my whole fucking. Slaw, I might as well be getting a paycheck from Slaw. This man is literally, unironically, why I can stream so much. Yeah, he literally could have just turned off chat. Okay, 4 minutes in. Serious stream. He could have turned off chat, but instead he's just timing people out for conflicting takes. Right?
I begin because it is important to hear the whole thing. Okay. All right.
I just want to say it took me 34 minutes to break it all down.
We just double check.
Yeah, ban all the chatters. Great start to a stream. I like, there's just so many things he did wrong. Ranoo puts the ink in twink. Okay, I didn't want to say. I didn't want to say Ranoo gives me twink energy, but Ranoo was a gay sleeper agent for Dream and Dream SMP. I'm not joking. Okay. Do it again. I was mowing through carpet. What? Mowing the carpet. Right? But again, you could have turned off chat. What else could you have done? You could have just done a Twitch recorded stream so you could have gotten your articulated points out and nothing else. I was walking my fish. Oh, that's based, Steve. That's based. Fish gotta walk. Did you read his Twitter statement? It's 4 pages, absolutely nothing. No, I'll do that after this, Craig.
Things. Okay, cool. All right. So, for full transparency, I do have like little notes and everything that I've written down over the past day. I've listened, I've researched, and I've also discussed with people just varying topics in regards to a lot of the criticism that people had. And again, I just have it prepared here so that I can organize my thoughts. I don't go off on tangents and everything because that's
there's something to be said. You should just not acknowledge some people. You're right, Avalon, 100%. He could have just gotten away with that. You know, if you were 20 years old, you don't need to be a subject matter expert. You don't need to be great at everything. You don't need to insert yourself into every political discussion. You as a young person can use that time to grow and gather a base of knowledge. That way you're educated to talk about certain things. Unfortunately, these days, people expect to be Well, part of it's like the Dunning-Kruger, right? Where most of these people talking about this stuff couldn't point out Israel or Palestine on a map, but they feel like they're experts because they're very passionate about it. Did you get the uke out of your P.O. box yet? No, I left late from the gym. I am going to pick it up tomorrow.
This stream is going to be a little short. I mean, it's probably going to be maybe about an hour and a half, maybe less if I can, get through everything that I do want to get through and talk about. As well as there's some very important things I want to talk about throughout. Once again, please listen to the entire thing in full. And the one thing that I
have a feeling I'm going to get through like part of this and make fun of this guy.
Context in regards to what I'm saying, what the stream is and everything, please direct them to either this VOD or what's going on right now, instead of making either summaries or something else, because I would want them to hear it directly from me. So just so everyone is aware of that. But yeah, I'm sorry if I have to like reword things and everything in my mind. Again, I will be trying my best to be as articulate as I can.
He's
but
so
I
sorry.
do have trouble doing that sometimes. So just
he's 20. He's 20. I gotta remember he's 20. He's 20. He's 20. He's 20. He doesn't know any better. God, I am so glad that I'm like an older. I know I'm only 25, but like, there's just some people who really just crumble under the pressure of being famous young.
everyone's aware.
I'm bored of him.
So,
can we get 3D baby sensory
basically,
videos playing on top of him? Yes. Let's see. I was playing royalty-free Bard. Let's see. Subway Surfer gameplay. Is this good enough for you guys? Subway Surfer gameplay. Veggies, please. Hold on, let me make like a separate. There you go. I need Subway Surfers. I need Spider-Man Elsa. We'll do Subway Surfers today.
Have been a lot of events in the past couple of months. Not just what happened yesterday, but what also happened a few months ago with how I did handle what was going on and how I talked about Palestine, as well as just a couple of other things that have happened both publicly and privately that have made me kind of realize a lot about content creation, what I do as a whole, as well as my handle on it.
You know, it'd be really funny if, like, at some point through this, he just like becomes super anti-Semitic. Veggie Tales on the other. Oh, you want the spinning veggies up there too? Oh my god. It is so Jover for all of you. All right, hold on. I'll make a whole other veggies baby sensory videos. Oh, we have a live dance party. This is great. No, it made it. It took up my whole screen. Put up the Goblin VTuber. No. Yeah, I don't need a 20-year-old's takes on like the political climate. That's like, I don't need that. Add window capture. Create new. This is just, what am I doing? There we go. Hey, Let's Player, nobody watches it. He's a Let's Player, nobody watches it for. No Subway Surfers, only baby veggie. Okay, wait, we'll do a poll. We'll do a poll. Okay, let's do a poll. Do you want for the background baby sensory videos? Subway surfers. There we go. There we go, chat. Please vote. Please vote. We can't watch this drama without ADHD VeggieTales. I only have 2 screens. I can only put up 1 screen as a full screen. Democracy in action. Are we fucking serious? Are we seriously asking for baby sensory videos? This is an overwhelming vote right now for baby sensory videos on stream. Okay. An overwhelming amount of you asking for baby sensory videos. Okay, I'm seeing a big trend towards baby sensory videos. That's great. That's great. You know what? I am nothing if not a democratic man. Here are your baby sensory videos, chat. There you go. You've got it.
No sub what surfers, only baby veggies sensory videos.
There you go. Why? Why not? Why not?
But before I talk about going forward and everything, before I talk about the sort of like changes that I want to implement in both my life and also how I handle things online, but also, you know, everything else, I do want to make sure that people hear what I do have to say about all of that. So I'm going to not necessarily give more context, but I'm going to address what has been going on right now. And this is just to make sure that everyone not necessarily has to accept, but at least understands sort of the
my brain feels so good
of, you know, what happened yesterday, what I posted on Tumblr yesterday, instead of, you know, things being either missummarized or, you know, like word of mouth and all of that. I want it to come directly from me because I know that I did not write that the best. So, and again, this isn't really.
The more tea and coffee you buy, the more monitors I can get, which means I can put Family Guy funny moments, Subway Surfers, and baby sensory videos. Okay, thank you, Eve, for being a member for the last 5 months.
To say that I don't want to be held accountable for it, I definitely do. And I just want to provide more context to it, as well as provide just my my sort of like actual statement on it instead of just, you know, the paragraphs that I posted. So yesterday, after I got a Tumblr asking what was happening with The Last of Us Part 2, I talked about what happened and how I did try to finish playing it in February after someone DM'd me with a Vice article that was titled "The Not So Hidden Israeli Politics."
Okay. Ranboo, that was an opinion article. You read an opinion article, felt it was news, and decided to stop playing a game on stream because of that. Just putting that out there. You are the guy who reads the the headlines on articles. That is you. You're that guy. I have this sneaking suspicion you probably didn't even read the fucking article because the language is very obvious that it is an opinion piece.
Last of Us Part 2. That's the title of it. If you want to look into the article itself, I highly recommend it. Now, my decision
I'm gonna have to read this whole fucking article, aren't I?
Continue to play the game was not the right one. And
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. This is not... I can't believe you caved that easily. I'd never give a take on political things ever for the rest of your life, Ranboo, if this is how you act. Like, nobody who seriously gives a fuck about journalism anymore takes Vice seriously at all.
Agree, and I said in the post yesterday that I agree that it was not the right decision to make. I should have done more research back in February when the person who DM'd me first brought it to my attention. I didn't, and that is, again, a mistake that I made back in February when someone did DM me about it. I streamed it a couple of more times, then stopped due to time, but I still should have done the research, and for that, again, I very much do apologize for continuing to also talk about it in the months after, and not necessarily continue to do my research on it because of
you know, I just love the idea that Neil Druckmann, who tries desperately to be accepted by Hollywood, is now going to be put in this position where he also needs to be an expert on these things. Doodle cave at the slightest suggestion from his audience that anything he does in any way is offensive. Well, then he should just stop. Then he should just leave the fucking internet. Like, if you're that much of a, like, I mean, excuse me for using base language, but he's being a beta bitch. Like, it's being a beta bitch. Like, have some fucking conviction in yourself. If you're going to be 20 and this is how you act, imagine if this is how you act when you're 25. Because this is just, you're going to encourage yourself to be a fucking doormat. Okay? Like, you're just going to be a fucking doormat. Like, loser. Like, you're a loser if that's how you are.
Just everything that was going on. And with the sort of recent events in Gaza, I have learned a lot more about the entire situation, and especially the
Bro, this is the first
Palestinian
video I put up
genocide
for
that
kids
has
at
been
work.
happening. And knowing what I do know now, I would not have made the same decision that I did make back in February.
Okay, Rambo, just say something really out of pocket, please. Just say, actually, I don't like Jewish people. Just do that. Okay, for the rest of us, so that way your audience can be placated. Because at some point, like, that's where this all comes back to, right? Because something I've noticed with this like recent thing, right, is that people when you get down to the center of it, people go, actually, the Jews should be annihilated. And then when you go like, oh, I can't believe I just had a discussion with somebody who thought that, and then they're like, anyway, make sure to vote blue. And I'm like, ah! It's literally like the horseshoe theory, right, for anti-Semitism, where it's both sides of the extreme are just like, I've decided to become racist. Like,
now, I do want to make it very, very clear that I have dropped games before stream, even minutes before stream, because of either racist caricatures or how they've mishandled certain topics or parallels.
Oh my God. You know what? Listen, buddy, just for the rest of your life, only watch Marvel movie, buy Funko Pops, shove them up your ass. I don't fucking care. Like, if this is who you are, don't. Just don't. Ranboo, you play Minecraft. Do you know how based? Do you know how based Notch is? Okay, he's kind of like a shitty guy. Okay, maybe you should stop playing Minecraft. So surreal YouTubers need opinions on Gaza now. Most of these YouTubers don't even know where the fuck Gaza is. Okay, most of them had no idea that Israel was a country until somebody brought it up to them. Okay, none of this stuff. They're completely like unaware of everything. Yeah, the people he's bending to won't be happy either way. I want to hear examples of the games he's dropped.
And I also do just want to clear up something that I have that was brought up in a conversation that I had, in which people were saying that I dropped a game called Sally Face because of its homophobia or because of a homophobic character. I just want to make it clear that I did not drop it because of homophobia or...
I'm sorry, I did not drop this game because of blah blah blah. Let me look this up.
So surreal YouTubers need opinions on Gaza now.
All right, Sally Face. It's a game on Steam. It's a horror game. It has lots of positive reviews. Wait till they learn about the Nazis in Wolfenstein. All right, Sally Face. The store page says, delve into an unsettling adventure following a boy with a prosthetic face and a tragic past. In the first episode, Strange Neighbors, Sally Face and his father move into an apartment filled with odd tenants and an unfortunate crime scene. Little did they know, misfortune awaits. Unravel sinister mysteries of Sally's world to find a truth hidden beneath the shadows. Mature content, violence, blood, gore. I think that's a little above your pay grade there, Rambo. I dropped it because it wasn't homophobic enough. Imagine if he paid the coffin of Andy. I know, he couldn't handle it. He wouldn't be able to handle it. This has a lot of good reviews. I'm certain it's good. I mean, it's only $2 for the first episode. Yeah, it's like the Christians being mad at Doom.
Or transphobia or anything like that. I dropped it because of the content itself.
Sally Faces Travis. That's
I'm not.
Sally Faces Travis. That's homophobic, is closeted, has internalized homophobia because of his dad. Okay, see, but the problem is that the people articulating this, Sugar, would look at that and go that any example of homophobia, regardless of the context, would say that it's homophobic and therefore should not be in a game, right? That's the level that this is at. Like, that's a very valid reason, and it explores a good theme in a game that could be explored. But this kind of audience would never be able to handle that, because even the addressing of those themes is tantamount to supporting them, you know, regardless of context. And that happens all the time. That happened with Disco Elysium. It happened with Coffin Vandy and Lele. It happens with tons of games.
I don't want to directly explain it, but what you necessarily have to do to some of the characters, especially some that are maybe younger. And that was just something that I wasn't, that I was not comfortable with. If I did say, I don't really remember what I did say when I said the
BioShock is racist because the Infinite has racism.
If I did say that it was because of the homophobia before, I am sorry for misremembering that, but that is the reason that I've had in my mind. So just so everyone is on the same page about that, I just wanted to clear that up because I saw it getting brought up a bunch, as well as it was brought up in some of the discussions that I had yesterday, and I feel like it was important to.
Are the fruits homophobic?
Sort of
yes.
And The Last of Us would have been one of these cases where I do drop a game if I had actually done the research and understood what was truly going on. And again, I didn't do that.
You read an opinion article of what that person feels is going on. That's not what's going on. Like, fucking hello. It's a theme that does not require geopolitical context, right? Like you don't need to know about the Israeli-Palestine conflict to understand the themes of Last of Us. You know, revenge isn't worth it. That's like a theme that's old as time itself. Like Jesus Christ. There's so many. I mean, classical stories deal with things like that.
For that, I do apologize to everyone that was.
That pineapple is such a racist.
I wouldn't have streamed it anymore if I knew about everything, and I should have done more than just read the article and then make a rash decision that I shouldn't have made. This was kind of during a time where
look at that racist pineapple right there, that homophobic pineapple. Every time he spins, that's a homophobic dog whistle.
My fan base who would be both affected by this because of the fact of people that sorry, I misworded that. But
it's so apparent that this wasn't an Israeli-centric game because there's no discussion about it. Yes,
in which I was afraid of people that were in my fan base who would be affected by this. Affected by me dropping the game, not necessarily the people that would be upset at me not finishing the game, but more so.
You know what, guys? I am going to be the polar opposite of Ranbu. I am literally going to put $100 right now to fund artillery shells in a war that has nothing to do with me.
People in the community would get upset and hurt the people who had concerns about the game. Like I have seen happen sometime before. This does not mean that what I did was correct. I do not personally agree with it anymore, and I wish that I did make a different decision.
What? Wait, did he say he agreed with it? I can't, he's just spouting nonsense, bro.
I do apologize to the people who were hurt by my decisions back then and now as well, in the way that I addressed it. Again, this is not, my explanation for it is not meant to be an excuse. It's not meant to be any reasoning, and you don't even have to accept it because I honestly don't. But I just wanted to at least clear up a lot of the sort of like
I am going to profit from both sides of the conflict, okay? I am going to be the most irritating radical centrist. Diesel, who do you support in the current geopolitical issue? I support Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman. All I care about is war. Come on, Raiden. Why don't you give war a chance? Hold on. He has a southern accent. Hold on. Raiden, why don't you give war a chance? There we go. It'll be just like the good old days after 9/11. There we go.
misconceptions that I have seen from time to time. And especially just because I had a conversation yesterday in which I did have to clear it up. So I thought
radical
I
Lockheedism.
Clear it up now before we do get into everything else. So
the F in FPS Diesel stands for Raytheon Tomahawk Cruise Missile.
And also, just an important thing before going forward, if this is all new information to you, all right, if this is all like, or you think like, oh, you know, this doesn't really like matter that much, like blah blah blah, blah. This is not for you. This statement is not directly for you. This statement is towards the people of the community that I've hurt, the people outside of the community that I may have hurt, by both making promises that I have not kept up on, as well as continuing to play the game, as well as just not being as active as I should be.
I support the military-industrial complex.
Supporting Palestine as well. That is who this is for. So if you feel the need to go like, oh, you know, oh, you didn't do anything wrong, blah, 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 blah. It's not really your...
Which drama is dumber? The Rosanna and Mr. Beast one or this? This is like a nothing burger. I'm making drama out of this. This is like this didn't really track in any other community. Oh, you might think that avocado is cute, but did you know he was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs?
Place to say if you are not directly affected by what I have been talking about.
Triple the defense budget.
So that kind of brings me to now sort of the past couple of months as a whole. So everything that has sort of been happening within the past couple of months has made me think a lot about the help that I do want to do and the changes that I do want to make.
I'm sorry, Ranboo, you're not going to move the needle on any global issue like this. This is not happening. Like, like who do you think you are, Ranboo? You're severely overestimating how much you matter in the grand scheme of society.
How I handle both my platform and the community. And especially it has made me think about how I've not been really good about my promises to help
I sped him up, Chad.
BIPOC and minority groups within my community to feel comfortable, to feel safe, to feel supported in the community. And also I've not made good on my promises to also help.
He really is doing everything he can to not directly mention what's happening in Palestine. Trust me, Raiden. A little war can work wonders.
As well as issues that people bring up to me as well. Because I do want to make a positive impact using the platform that I have, because I believe that it is basically my responsibility to, because of the fact that I know that I do have the ability to, and I do not want to sit idly. And for, you know, the last few months I have sat idly, and I'm going to take full responsibility.
Holy shit. Fucking Ranboo, are you filibustering right now? Okay, goddamn, you should run for fucking office. Oh my god. Now I put him on 1.5.
For that. So I know that I know that a lot of people have brought issues to my attention on Twitter and other social media and everything throughout like the past couple of years, and that's kind of how things have happened. That's kind of how things have been done, is which people would bring things up to me and everything, and then I would do research into it and address it and everything. But I don't want that to be the way that things have to happen anymore. It should not take pressure. It should not take people telling me to say something in order for me to speak about something, because the way that I should speak about something is because of the fact that I do want to speak about things, and not necessarily because there's a lot of people DMing me like, hey, you should speak about this.
That's literally what you just did. You are speaking about this because you felt social pressure to speak about this. That is what happened. You are a doormat. You're a doormat. You're a doormat of a human. You have no spine. Nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're a millionaire and you're nothing. You're a doormat of a human. Grow a spine. Fuck. That actually fucking frustrating.
Job when it comes to being in this community should be to enjoy the content that I make. And anything else you do should not be because you feel a pressure to either make me aware or because other people are doing it, but it should come from your genuine want to help, as it should come from my genuine want to help when I either make a statement or say something. Because I do not want to put that responsibility on my community, even though I very, very much appreciate the work that people have put in. It is a lot of emotional labor. It's a lot of mental stress that someone has to put themselves in order to sort of make those threads either based on their experiences or based on their research that they've done. And I do not want the members of my community to feel like in order for me to talk about an issue that affects them, that they have to make an entire thread on it or have to get someone to talk to me about it. That
it is not up to your community to make you like informed on every topic. More often than not, all those people saying that are probably not experts on it anyway, so why the fuck should you listen to them? Like, salad. I was a salad once. They put me in a bowl, a ceramic bowl with spinach. Spinach made me a salad. Salad. I was a salad once. They put me in a bowl, a ceramic bowl. I can't even get the flow of what gibberish is talking about. I'm trying to find out how the Orange obtained $2 trillion in 2001.
Has been a flaw that has been rightfully pointed out. I want to be able to sort of uplift and be aware of what is going on my own and I want to be able to learn about the different things that are going on in the world, not necessarily because anyone tells me to, but because it does come from a place of genuinely wanting to help. Now, I do want that to change, and that may mean that things sometimes happen slowly, but I want people to be aware that in the future, I may not always share when I'm looking into something. That may be viewed as like, oh, you don't care about sharing this with us and everything, but I want to make sure that I do take the time and give the proper energy into understanding what is going on, because there are many potential
Would you kindly not play the last
when you do when a creator
calm
does
down,
use their
Andrew
platform
Ryan.
and everything,
Might be a
which
little
is the reason
little
why so many creators don't, is because they are
deep and philosophical for our boy Rambo here. Minecraft YouTuber wishes to save the world. You know what's interesting? It's this something that I see with the YouTubers all the time, where they think that they're so important that they can change the world or can save the world, right? It's like when Pokimane said she was going to stop getting Starbucks because there's some tangential relation between Starbucks and the Israeli-Palestine conflict, as if that does anything of marketable change, but she wants to be clapped for it. Even if she's not saying that specifically, right? When we vocalize that we want to do something good, we want people to clap for us. We want the social satisfaction of being like, you're such a good moral person. I know I do it. I'm sure you've done it too, where you say, oh, I've gone on a new diet. Don't I look like I've lost weight? You say something like that to your friend, and they're like, congrats.
Afraid of those risks. Or at least that's the reason for some creators. It may not be the reason for all, but I know that is at least the reason for some. And I want to make sure that I am spreading information, uplifting, and helping in the most responsible way I can, and also the best way that I can. And again, I'm very sorry that I have dropped the ball on that, and I have not.
You're not a journalist. You have no
said that
need
I would,
to be the most accurate man
like this,
at all.
And it does very much seem simple to sort of share information in this day and age, but sometimes that information could be wrong, or there might be more efficient ways to help and everything. And that has been one of the main issues that I've had trouble sort of dealing with and everything, is what is the best way for me to help. I initially thought that was charity, but again, as you guys have rightfully
I'm
pointed
okay
out,
with sending
it is
Dream
not.
to a war zone.
I do promise to do better in the future. I promise to.
You know what, Rambo? I hope you feel miserable. I hope your audience makes you feel trapped, like you're a hostage to them, because you deserve nothing else aside from that. You should feel beholden to the most incoherent, rambling madmen on Twitter, okay? Because you're just such a fucking loser. You're a loser.
I promise to spread more information, be able to show links to charities and everything. I do plan to like help spread like different people and everything, and help just like their messages get out as well. And I know that there's a lot of problems with that statement. I know that there's a lot of problems with that statement, in which I have said it many times before. I have said I am going to do better, and then do better for a little bit, and then not really have any change besides that. And I know that that is a problem that I have. So instead of just making a grandiose statement, I don't even know that's where I'm sorry, about the future, and just saying like, hey, like I'm going to be doing better in the future, I want to tell you guys directly what I'm going to be doing in order to change how both I act and what I do in the future.
It's
I
live.
am going to be making a nonprofit group that the main purpose of it is to uplift both voices as well as both vetted and verified information using the Ranoo platform, using the platform.
No. Rambo, you're too soy to even get involved in journalism. You stay the fuck out of here, okay? You don't. No. You have no fucking no. It's stop. Like, what? Are you kidding me? You've literally been bullied into starting a charity. That's so fuck. Are you fucking ridiculous? You're a loser. You're a fucking loser. Like, you don't do it out of any good kindness whatsoever. That's so fucking cringe.
Me. The sort of idea is to have experts in many different fields from many different walks of life, from many different places, from that help out with different charities.
I wouldn't believe that Rambo would be able to run a completely neutral, like, fact-checking organization. There's no fucking way that this guy would be able to make like a Snopes or Ground News or anything like that without it becoming a vehicle for politics. This is clear. It's clear based on this. Like, come on.
Everything to help build valid, credible resources that
Rambo, the type of man to fall for the Sam Hyde Ghost of Kiev
from
meme.
their experience as either a researcher or a charity worker or an advocate. We have many plans for many different types of people that have worked in the sort of like realm of, I would say, charity. I'm already working with someone that has had years of experience doing so.
Rambo should ask Hassan where he... I couldn't say that with a straight face. Rambo should ask Hassan where he funded Hamas, and then Rambo should just send his check to them.
And they are going to be helping me lead this organization, because they've helped me vet charities in the past, as well as help me get verified sources, and as well as already have discussions about topics that I may never have been able to understand otherwise. And they also help me understand it on sort of a more deep level as well. So the plans for it are already in motion. Then what my plan is then I can use that in order to be able to spread a lot more information and be able to help a lot more people and feel confident about what I spread and not have to worry about, oh, what if this doesn't come from the right source and everything.
You're a Minecrafter. Why are you worrying where your sources come from? What do you really talk about all of these things that often that you need to have like a organization vet the information for you? What kind of world do you live in? What do you have a tinfoil hat on right now? You fucking twee little onceler Tumblr boy, bruh.
It comes from people who have genuinely done this as a job, as a profession, and does not just come from people who DM me and people who like let me know about resources and everything. I think it will be able to sort of help me do better about what I do, just in general with advocacy and with who I want to help.
Why do you need a whole fucking organization to help you do advocacy? This is insane. Yeah, if you are pushing information like journalists, why do you need sources?
It's just how I handle the community in general. Because there is a big problem when people, especially creators, talk about things or uplift things where it becomes more about the creator rather than either the charity or the cause that they're trying to promote.
Too late, Rambo. It already is.
And that is something that I want to hopefully try to have as little as possible of by instead, not necessarily instead, but by also lifting up the voices of the people that I will be consistently talking to and strategizing with and sort of creating things with. Now, I want to make it very, very clear that I know it may seem like I'm just outsourcing the work that I should be doing. I know that that may be a thought that you have in your mind. But I do need to find a way to get better sources for my information consistently.
Oh my
and
god! Oh my god, bro! You fell for an opinion piece. You fell for an opinion piece. You're stupid. You're an idiot. You're moron. Moron. Stupid. Stupid. I don't give a shit if you're 20. You literally would read a fiction book and think it's real, bro. Fuck.
Efficiently as well, because I believe that conversations in which I can go back and forth with people, genuine discussion is the
oh.
sort of
Could
best
you
way.
imagine? Could you imagine Ranboo trying to debate somebody like Destiny about this? Could you imagine that? He would be in tears. He'd be in tears.
For me to learn, and it is the way that I'm going to continue to learn. And again, after talking with the sort of person that has been helping me and will be helping me lead this, I think that it does make the most sense as a step that I do want to take. It has kind of been in the talks for about like maybe half a year to a year now, but I have, after, you know, the events of sort of the past couple of months, I have put the plans certainly in motion. I know that I have a very long history of saying that I'm going to do something and then it only ending up being an empty promise and I make some excuse for it and everything, but I can assure you the team that we have already put together is going to be on it and is going to be creative.
Dylan Burns would make this guy viscerally uncomfortable.
And I believe that sort of the people that I'll be able to talk to, the things that I'll be able to experience with this will help me a lot more than my own research from articles that I find ever could. It will also be a chance for me to hire people who can make a difference and want to make a difference and be able to give them the funding in order to be able to do
Where's
so.
Ranboo's video?
Not
It's a bot
necessarily
on
just wide
Twitch.
charity-wise, but also in a direct person-by-person basis, which is a very, very good way of helping. I'm not just going to sort of sit back and let this happen, right? I am going to be as involved as I can be, and I'm going to make sure that I do learn and
I
I
want
do
to put you in a
discuss
locker. I want to push you over and put you in a locker. I want to establish my dominance over you. I want to put you in your place, you little bitch. I want to teach you a lesson. Oh my god.
I do have a genuine understanding of the information that is being gathered or that I'm gathering myself. The idea is that it is going to promote more, sort of vetted, genuine knowledge, as well as turning that knowledge into action.
I joined halfway
for
through. What's
example,
up with
with
the
Palestine and everything, calling your local representatives and calling for a ceasefire, being able to, make a step-by-step guide on how to do that, and just many, many different sort of things. And it's not just going to be about educating myself and changing the way that I act, but it is also going to, all the information, all of the things that are written by the people that we work with is going to be publicly available on a website, different social media accounts, using my platform. So it can actually reach people. So it can reach outside
Diesel
of the fan base
bullies
as well
gays
as...
confirmed. Joking. Calling for a ceasefire. Guys, Ranboo's calling for... Hey, Israel, Palestine, can you guys stop fighting each other? Ranboo said stop. Yeah, I know the guys in Iran and Lebanon also said don't stop. But Ranboo said stop, and Ranboo is like way more powerful than the Ayatollah. So could you just stop?
inside, as well as potentially other content creators who are
Diesel's
either
my favorite
of,
homophobe.
speaking out because they either don't know what's going on or they're, they've got whatever reason they have. I feel like it will, because of the fact that it, comes from another quote-unquote content creator, that they will hopefully feel more comfortable talking about these types of things on their own streams and on their own platforms. Now, I want to make it very
No, I want YouTubers to speak about political issues less. Okay? Oh my god. You know what's crazy? Is that none of these people have any idea that before the Israel-Palestine conflict popped off again, there was a possible normalization of relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel, which would have significantly changed the landscape of the Middle East. Right? And Saudi Arabia would have normalized Israel on the basis of them being involved in a trade agreement together that would have allowed a new corridor from India through the Middle East up into Europe, which would have circumvented Russia's gas pipeline through the Middle East. But you know what? Hey, man, that's a little too complicated, and it starts to talk about the other players who are involved in a Middle East conflict and the possibility of it turning into a quagmire. But you know what? That's way too complex for the internet to have a discussion about. So I'm just saying it to say it.
very clear. It may take a few months for this to be fully ready. I want to make sure that it is something that is genuinely helpful.
Imagine if Rambo was alive during the German invasion of Poland. He'll start an organization.
The way that the outside of the community is one day. It's not something that can be done super quickly, but I will be consistently updating you guys as much as I can. Mind you, there may be some things that I have to leave out due to business or legal reasons, but I will be keeping you guys updated because after discussing it a lot more, especially yesterday.
I will. You know what? I'll play a video about that.
I came up with a lot more things.
Quagmire from Family Guy
throughout it. So once it's in sort of a good place and we have a good team behind it, and we have good people behind it, I hope to do things like charity streams for it. Like charity events with other people, fundraisers, as well as hopefully maybe one day be able to start projects of our own. I've already started, again, talking to a couple of people who can help me get it started, and they're all really, really excited for it. And I want to make it very, very clear again that this will not be an empty promise. This will be something that I'm going to be doing over the next months in order to be able to
holy shit, Rambo,
use my platform better.
How long does he have left? Like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So because I do not believe that I can do all of this on my own. And I think, and the best thing that I have had has been discussion with other people and everything. I have just really not been comfortable directly talking to like fans about it or something, because I believe that it should not be your guys' responsibility to do that. And this does not mean that when I am in the process of doing this, or even when it's done, that I'm not going to make any more mistakes during this. I want you guys to understand that I still am going to make mistakes, as you most likely know by now. And it may take me a lot of time to be able to understand things and get some certain topics right and everything, because I want to have a genuine understanding of it instead of just spouting what
Rambo's going to make his own mother base.
Just, not really having a deeper understanding with a lot of things, because of the fact that I feel a pressure to talk about it. It should be coming from the fact that I do genuinely want to talk about some things. Now, you may be wondering, why all of this? Why like everything when I could just be doing more to not necessarily help just Palestine, but also different things when they come up? Like it's great that I have people that can verify things, but why this entire new project for it? It's because of the fact that I also do need to sort of
this is
rethink
what the inside of autism sounds like. I feel like Rambo would get peer pressured into jumping off a bridge if he thought it would help BIPOC. Holy shit. Oh my god. Here for the unexpected torture stream. What about... Oh my god. Oh my god. Diesel, I don't like making threats, but if Rambo doesn't stop talking soon, I'll write a continuation to Diesel X Ricardo. Oh my god. I don't think it's him virtue signaling on the basis of how much he apologized. Anyway, that's enough of that. I don't have the energy for the rest of it. It's just big cope babby cope babby I'm a babby. That's all he said. Is that I am a loser babby who is a loser. Hold on. Let me find his Twitter. Here, I need to know more about this Twee Wunsler. I know this Twitter doesn't link to him. It links his horror project. Rambo says stuff. The one and only. As a special surprise for the final 2 days, every donation, $1, will now be a ballot raffle to win one of 2 chances to request a drawing from Ranboo. Top 3 donators will still get a request, but wanted to give everyone an opportunity. I don't want to be that guy, but like, bro, if Hamas would do war crimes to Ranboo, okay, like that's all I'm saying. Particles for I don't know how you can make this more like I know I keep saying the word twee, but that is so fucking funny. That is so fucking funny. If you're wondering why I have the conflict as like muted words, it's because I don't want to see the opinions from Twitter. It's because I listen to like experts or like I read. Particles for Palestine. In support of Palestine's Children Relief Fund, rewards now extend to November 8th. Every donation will be a ballot raffle to win one of 2 chances to request a drawing from Ranboo. Boundaries, it won't be good. Okay. Ain't no way that's a cartoon logo for Palestine. This is something the boys would parody. I know. This is like a bit. This is like a bit. Look at that little Palestinian fighter up there. I can't. That's so fucking funny. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm confused on how that's bad. No, it's the presentation that makes it funny. That's why it's funny, right? Because this is such a serious thing, and it's like this weird little. It's cringe. It's cringe. That's why it's very inappropriately toned. Hey, if you want a chance to have a drawing from me and be able to help Palestine, then here you are. Top 3 donators to this cause will receive a little doodle from me, and if you donate, you'll be entered into a raffle. Please check it out if you have a chance. You know. Here's another thing people might not know about the conflict. Is that the United States' official position is a 2-state solution. Most of you probably didn't know that, but every time that the United States has funded something for Israel, they've also funded relief for Palestine, mainly because they're a net importer. They don't export anything, so the U.S. just puts relief aid into the country with nothing in return. Someone called Joe Biden to pull the subs back. Ranboo's here. Yeah, I'm interested to see how much money gets raised. Please. Okay. No comment. I want to see his apology. Where's his apology? I know it was here on twitter.com. I can't call somebody the twee onceler if that's just what they are. Hold on, let me pull up the fucking apology tweets. They were in Drama Talk. Read his replies to his first apology. He does have a second Twitter, I think. Hold on. I know they were in here. Cloudy. Shout out to community member Cloudy for. Ah, shit. That's a statement and a half. I'm gonna be reading this one for a while. Send a Ranboo to the front. Yeah, I got it. Thank you, Cloudy. You're based queen. The winner should get to go to the Middle East with Lord Miles. All right. Hello. I wanted to make a summary of the statement I made today. I recommend you all watch the stream for full context, but these are the main takeaways as well. I want to do better in the future. I ask if somebody asks for context that you try your best to direct them to the VOD, which I will provide. That you and you blah, 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 so you're confused as to what happened. Understand that this is long, but it's info I want to give. It has to be, so please give me the time and proper energy. I've made a lot of awful mistakes over the past year. I've made promises to help and uplift the BIPOC members of the community. And, as those have pointed out through my actions, I have failed to do so. I wanted to start by saying that I apologize to the BIPOC members of the community for letting them down and not doing good on my word and being a more vocal advocate for issues that aren't brought up in this space very often, as well as improperly addressing and overglossing my mistakes. There's no excuse for that, and despite any reasons for it, I know it's not what should be said. You have a right to be upset. I did not make good on my promises, and the fact that you are willing to be vocal about it and help me understand means you have not given up on me. I cannot thank you enough for that. I plan to take your criticisms and do more change to be good. This is just a tone that it needs to be. Like, this is the tone we need, you know? Just for that accent, I'm going to bring back the British Empire. Good, of course, moist teeth. I want to make a positive impact with not just my community, but also, hopefully, parts of the internet and the world as a whole. It's why I began to do the charity work I do. I could not be prouder of what this community has been able to do. I've always believed that I could do more with the platform I've been given. It's so daunting to do so. I worry that spreading misinformation to millions of people is a very difficult thing to get over. But I'll be taking steps to ensure the information is verified. And more often than it used to be, as it said, I've promised this and yada yada. I can't stop speaking. It may take a bit for me to be ready, but I want to show you all that as a community, I am constantly brought over. I was meaning to say GG's on the Omni, blah, blah, blah. That was hella. Oh, I got Omni talked about me in his recent video. Did that happen? I don't want to read this all because he's just repeating what he said. That pedestal that I'm held to is not healthy. The pressure of people believing that I can do no wrong is not healthy for me with them. I'm going to make mistakes, as I have. I'm a bitch boy who likes to be pegged in the ass. And I'm going to keep learning from these things. Not that there's anything wrong with being pegged. I think that's completely fine. I am not kink shaming. It does not mean any of what I said is an excuse for not keeping true to my promise. I've let the BIPOC community down, and thanks to them, I know how to do better. But holding me accountable would not be their responsibility. It won't be. I am very soy and twee. And very lame. Anyway, summarized version by ChatGPT. Focus on your mental health now, Rambo. What is this? Is that a bot? That's a bot. You were very young to have such pressure on your shoulders. Thank you for taking responsibility. Remember that BIPOC issues are just as important as LGBTQ issues. And honestly, this nonprofit organization sounds like a really good idea. And it sounds like it could be something great. Thank you for taking time to acknowledge and always do better. Why is he saying BIPOC? This isn't even in the US or Europe. Cat, you see, we get this as well. I'm not a Home Depot American. I'm a banana American. But white people think that there are only two races that have ever existed, and that every single conflict is based on that, which is why which is why everybody seems to think that every single conflict is that. Because they don't know. That's why I say the Balkans. Imagine the Balkans. Imagine explaining that to an American that's never heard of that before. Thank you for realizing what you did wrong to your BIPOC community. It's clear that both you and this community have a lot of work to do, and I hope that we can all learn together. Put you in a locker. Put you in a locker. Is this a minor? Probably. Everyone in the comments saying, it's okay. Chances are this isn't for you. Be quiet. It's not your place. Put you in a locker. Push you over. Loser. But see how he opens himself future scrutiny if and when this charity doesn't do anything good or good enough to his community. He's painted himself into a corner. Yeah, absolutely. I know. That's why I keep checking the rages. Are there hidden comments? No. Let's see. Reaching out to professionals are real. Dude, I just don't care. You guys got to stop getting content creators to bend their knee to you all the time. They aren't a political figure. Yes. If only other content creators put in half this effort. As a BIPOC myself, thank you for this. I personally forgive you. I'm excited to see you do better. Probably a minor. Oh, 22. Okay. Punk, eat the rich, ACAB, indigenous, 22, disabled, autistic, pagan. I don't want to judge a book by a cover. I know we got plenty of LGBTQ, she, they, bisexuals. They, I respect that. I put respect on that. I fuck with it. But, like, I just, like, the presentation just makes it really hilarious. In my opinion. You are not your political beliefs, guys. You are not that. You don't need to walk around with that all the time. You can be more than that. It's okay. You are more than your race, sex, gender, creed, religion, whatever. All right? Don't do it to yourself. Since when can tweets be this long? I thought BIPOC meant brown bisexuals for a long time. Man, it's got to be tough having to apologize for middle schoolers for absolutely nothing every single week. Incredibly, unfathomably based. Someone please tell me what BIPOC means. Oh my god. I was expecting to see more people being like, do better, Ranboo. How could you? I am not reading all that. Some people do not deserve your kindness. I've seen many people in your fandom send death threats to you over something you are willing to grow out of. Imagine he got death threats over playing The Last of Us. I honestly forgot what it meant right now. Yeah, I don't remember what BIPOC means right now. I think it stands for biracial indigenous people of color. Am I correct on that? Black indigenous people of color. Okay. Sorry to my biracial homies. You're actually cut out of the equation. So. This human knows how to make a fucking apology. Your remorse is palpable in this, Iran. I've been upset and have stopped participating in your community. This was sent me into an argument to your character. Now I just gotta say I believe in you. You're gonna do great. 22. Technoblade never dies. Gas is stored in the balls. Okay. I ain't reading all that. There's a lot of I ain't reading all that. I agree. Can someone who isn't white explain this shit to me? I don't have the time. I want to hear from whoever has affected what happened. Too many white people talking when this clearly doesn't concern them. Okay. This is it's such an American viewpoint. 100% Moist Teeth. 100%. Americans recognize other countries? 100% impossible. Oh, Lord. Wait, a promise that was made years ago? You all just love digging up bullshit to tear people down. Yeah, I think it's Cloudy who said this before. These people could never survive like a fucking shift at Target. Like, is this entirely saying that all Israelis are white and all Palestinians are POC? Yes, Moist Teeth. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. You know what's really funny is that when there's like these conversations, right, is that people go, right, okay, so for example, you know when there's like some Asian discrimination, Asians become a minority, right? But if there's an Asian person doing something bad, Asian people instantly become white. This is like one of those things, right? Where because Americans have a very bad binary where they can only think about race in two forms, all right? It's why I say ethnicity is more important, partially because I'm Puerto Rican and I don't get recognized ever. And my race is dictated by other people, which is very frustrating. But yeah, it is a very American viewpoint. Here's an interesting one. Don't listen to this dude. He said the exact same thing 5 times before, and it isn't always a problem. For each time he lied about fixing it, the likelihood it goes down by half. After 6 times, he'll actually fix anything. Oh. There's like a... What? According to Ask AI search engine. Are you fucking serious? Mainline Protestant, center-right, Welsh ancestry. I can't tell what this person's political beliefs are on the basis of their profile. Same energy. Is this his alt? All my jokes are like birth. They bring a newfound innocent joy into this dark world. I want to put you in a locker. Twee, twee, twee. Ah! I'm trying not to get too based on this stream. I'm trying not to be too based. I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. Oh boy. So holy shit.
Let's look into this. The return.
Holy shit. What the fuck? You know, I'm really he's a male VTuber. That's your competition. So this is about the Illuminati stuff. You guys know that I leaked all the Discord messages recently. It was a whole big fuck off thing. Just the LTG clip, I can feel it. Right. You know, I will say, Evangelina Scove, who's been covering drama and tea, I appreciate her mentioning me. I think it's hilarious how my video covering the Illuminati leaks gets less views than people covering my leaks. So I get mentioned in everybody else's videos, but it's never my video that gets shared around. It's somebody else's video about the thing. And on one hand, I'm like, damn, I'm like losing money. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, you know, at least I'm getting a, you know, some kind of attention here, or like respect in the community. But I just want to see this. Thank
Turn of
you.
Illuminati.
Thank you to Abby Blackbird for sending this over.
Drama continues. What happened? I've been getting messages, DMs, Patreon. I've been getting told from like people on Discord and everything. Like, yo, there's been an update when it comes to Illuminati, and it is no bueno, Omni. And I decided to start looking into you guys with it. Riley has said apparently more of Illuminati's DMs leaked, and it's not great /TM. So what happened? What is Illuminati? What are you doing now, homie? So you guys linked me to this channel by the name of Evangelina Scoff, where it says,
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? She didn't cover it first. It was me. I leaked it. I've been paying $30 fucking dollars, bro. I spent over $200 to make that fucking video. I'm still paying.
Illuminati new leaked DMs are shocking. Oh
I made like no fucking money from that video. I'm sorry. I'm complaining. I shouldn't do that.
God. What did she say, homie? What did she say?
She has been painting it as if Oz Media is the one who has been abusive.
It was me. Oh, they blurred out the names. Fuck off. It was a public Discord server.
She does not go into detail about this, and she does not give any evidence to this. And very importantly, the claim that Oz Media is the one who is abusive does not in and of itself refute the claims that Illuminati was abusive. So if we...
Yeah, so Oz Media was the young kid that...
Yeah, I know they give it credit, but nobody's going to watch my video after watching theirs. That's just how it works. Right? And news is predicated on like 1 being first and then 2 getting, you know, the views. Yeah, I know I got mentioned. It doesn't translate into anything. People don't click over. That's not how it works.
Who was a part of the whole Illuminati mess. It sounded like she
Trust me,
basically...
guys, I've been doing this for fucking way longer than literally everybody covering it, right? Check to see if you got charged twice for October. That's why a lot of patron numbers doubled.
got taken advantage of. His credit, everything was kind of just used as a pawn for Illuminati to kind of move her money. And when he was no longer needed, or this entire situation happened, he got the DOS boot, and now he's getting like sued and everything.
Bro, this is a react to a react to a react of your video. You got replaced by a hot girl.
Doing a 180 Uno, but just telling it to her Discord and her Patreon. Anyway, this was as of May 22nd, 2023 of this year, when a lot of the drama was going down. And oh my God, this message here is absolutely wild.
Sir, just to let you know, I watched your video. Thank you, Xylee. You're a real one. You're also my friend, so, you know, thank you. And you had advance notice, by the way.
Blair had said, the worst part, honestly, is that Oz worked for me, worked with the team, and he knew that doing this would hurt their livelihoods. Like, you want to be a bitter ex that's mad that I moved
No, don't unsub from Omni. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just reporting on what he sees. He's kind of like reaction with his news.
Essentially keep my health insurance. I need the team to keep as much as they can through this. In her words, she did suffer a huge, crazy viewership drop after this controversy. She was fine. Illuminati was making big duco dollars with some good views, sponsors on every video. She had a ongoing cogwheel that could have gone on forever. And
Yeah. I know Evangelina is a nice lady. I haven't heard anything bad. Don't worry, guys. I got new info when it comes to Yandere Dev, so expect that this month. Exclusive yet again. What can I say? I'm the Hunter S. Thompson of drama news.
Some of this is petty stuff. It did not,
because I'm an alcoholic.
I need to happen, and yet here we are. Anyway, continuing saying, last week I ran into someone who told me to remember that narcissists don't care about you or how you're feeling. It's all about them, how they feel, and how they cope with trying to bury the skeletons in their closets. And I'm standing outside with a crowbar, and I'm going to rip these doors wide open. Okay.
He also claims that he was given a budget by her editors to build them a computer for editing. But something was wrong with it, something to do with the motherboard. It wasn't compatible. You don't need the technical details. All you need to know is that it didn't work. And he, in her words, gaslit the editors into thinking it was normal. She does not show any concrete proof of this, by the way, so it really is just her word. And again, I would like proof of this. And if there is proof, concrete, undeniable proof, I will believe her. But according to Oz Media, or as so we are told by FPS Diesel, this is just not true. It's just not a true story. It's not a story that's based in truth. It's just completely made up.
Diesel name drop.
It seems to be a common theme where it sounds like Blair is just in the background talking about these stories, giving her side of the story, but there's nothing to back it up, and everyone seems to be refuting the majority of the claims. Okay, there's multiple people saying that what Illuminati's saying is false, but she's going to the background and telling her followers and her viewers and her Patreon members everything without kind of providing substantial evidence. It's just, hey guys, they're wrong, I'm right, and please continue to support me and pay me.
Everything's a big moment. Everything's like just like look at some of the
ways.
What does
it say? Oh, there is so much more to this. I know I've mentioned snippets, but like when you're wearing rose-colored glasses, red flags just look like red flags. They just look like flags. And that's a bit of flaw of mine, but oh.
Whatever. I appreciate it. I appreciate the mention, the name drop. That's all I can really ask for, right? Oh man, the gum went down the wrong pipe. But yeah, I appreciate the name drop. What the fuck else you gonna do, right? At the end of the day, you just do good news and then hope it gets traction or whatever. I'm not always gonna have like exclusives. It just happens to be that this year it's been kind of like crazy. But I just had like a connect. You get the letter from Casper yet? I've never got a fucking letter from Casper. But I mean, I'm not gonna be too bent about it. You know, I know I'm making a difference for the people who matter in the story. So, you know, I'm not upset. I'm a little upset. I'll say it. I'm a little upset. You can see it on my face. It's just annoying because I've been doing this for a really long time, and it's crazy when you're like friends with famous people, and they get big and you don't. I remember I was walking. I was like hungover. This is when I was with the Reddit crew. I was talking to one of the members of the Reddit crew. I won't say which one. And that member had just gotten a 1 million view video. And a lot of times people made their careers on a 1 million view video, allowing them to go to the next level, right? I am the cause of the ceasefire. That's right. Thank you. And we were walking and I was really dejected, right? Yeah, you didn't really get anything from it, but it was awesome that one of my favorite YouTubers shouted me out. I'm at a point in my career where I don't care if somebody shouts me out, personally, but that's just me. I mean, like, I'm appreciative of it, but it doesn't mean anything, ultimately. But we were walking to, I think it was like IHOP, before we head over to Disney, and I said to them, I'm like, you know, I feel like a failure because all you guys have 1 million view videos and you're able to do this as a career full time, and I can't. And they were like, oh, don't worry about it, Diesel. It'll happen for you eventually. One, it didn't happen. Two, I'm like one of... So there's 2 members of Reddit crew who don't do YouTube full time. I am one of the 2. But it's just one of those like events that I get reminded of. And because there is an alternate reality where I just became some Minecraft YouTuber who like really is cringe and twee. I'm using twee a lot today. But yeah, I mean, I'm appreciative of the work I get to do. I like being a little abrasive with it. I like getting in the middle of it. Kind of getting in the mud, getting deep. That's what's kind of what it's been with the Yandere Dev stuff. Which when he comes back to the internet, apparently I'm supposed to get an interview. But that's predicated on how my coverage goes. So we'll see. I'm running a pretty strange middle ground right now with that. But you'll see that video soon. Don't worry, Diesel. I'd still watch you if you were a Minecraft YouTuber. See, good content doesn't pay as well as quick content. Yeah. That's true. But like the entire coffee business, the only reason we were able to start it is because we had a death in the family. And it wasn't like we got an obscene amount of money. We just kind of like gambled on that. And it's still a gamble, but you know, that's like the end game is to move away from drama. But I've talked about that before. I talked about that when I was streaming with Tom, where I was like, I can't do this full time because I just don't see myself ending up in a position where that becomes a reality. But we'll see. Hit that CoffeeZilla Patreon train. I think streaming works better for me, personally. I'm dedicated. All right. Now you're all just gassing me up because I'm pissed. Don't do that. That's cringe. But there was something with Dream, but honestly, who gives a fuck about it? This is what we're all here for. This is what we're here for. This is the real content. Do reaction streams and just leave in the middle of the video. Oh my god. Look at that apple. Look at that. Started an OnlyFans for your VTuber. I'll be very based when I'm a VTuber. Okay, it's gonna be great. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna love it. If Diesel doesn't bring peace to the Middle East, I am unsubbing. But I would still buy his coffee. It's just that good. Buy Mana Potion coffee and use code D10 at checkout. But all right, that's all the Rambo shit. I don't really fucking know or care about Rambo really. I just think it's really funny how he's reacted to all this. Hold on, I kind of want to check out Rambo's merch because I'm curious. Make Twitter drama about how you're actually the best at hide and seek and you are actually in second place.
All right, there we go. Okay.
That damn VTuber. Who knows? Maybe FPS Diesel OnlyFans? Nobody would buy that. I know some of the she-day bisexuals say they will, but I could not say that. I could not do that. Good luck with the VTuber community. I already know that I'm like a humongous fucking, like the VTubers are afraid of me. I already know that. I've had conversations behind the scenes where they're like, I don't know if I want to interact with you. You're scary. Like, you're very problematic. And I'm just like, are you fucking for real? I had a friend recently be like, I'm worried to come on streams because I don't know if you'll like hurt my brand. And I'm like, what are you saying? I ordered some tea. I hope it gets over the border soon. Yeah, those take a little longer, because I gotta fill out all the like foreign paperwork, which unfortunately, be the anti-VTuber. I already am by the existence, but my sheer existence is gonna do that. But yeah, I have some foreign orders going out like tomorrow. You're just a big goober, though. I know. But people are terrified of me because I leak stuff that is worth leaking. And I say mean things like keep yourself safe on stream. And apparently that's like too problematic. I've seen crazy shit where VTubers are like, I'm sorry for collabing with a male VTuber. I'll never do that again, my lovelies. Right? And this lady literally got... I'll actually show you the VTuber. Who gives a fuck? Hopefully I don't accidentally open up porn. She's kind of like a lewd tuber, right? Her. Milky. She does like a MILF cow thing. Please no porn. This is her maid, so this shouldn't be on here. I'm trying to get a picture of her model. That's what she looks like. That. She got shit for collabing with a male VTuber and like went on this big apology tour for doing it. Because she has like this weird like motherly maternal thing going with her audience. If you're wondering why I follow her, it's because her model is fuckable. But yeah, she was like basically like begging on her hands and knees to not get like destroyed by her male simp audience who were mad about her doing that. And I was like, wow, that's really unhealthy. Nice design though, yeah. It's because the VTuber community isn't like a real thing. It's a ton of fucking internet micro celebrities in their communities. Yeah. Really? I didn't know she was actually a corpo VTuber. Lex update? Not here yet. My friend loves her. I remember when that happened, and my friend was like, these people are insane. I'm just here for the milkers. Yeah, there's a lot of that crazy ass behavior. But I saw that and I was like, that's strange. Or hold on, here's another one who's always in drama. And she's a mutual, but she follows like everybody. I'm gonna be very careful because I know I'm not even gonna roll through her fucking Twitter. All right, this VTuber, and the drama this young lady gets up to is wild. It's wild. She's always in stuff. She had a breakup recently, and holy shit. Be the bully. I mean, I don't even think I'm that mean. I think it could be way worse. But she got in some serious drama, and she was talking about how she went to like the rubber room. She was talking about how she went to the rubber room, but they let her bring a wig. So there was a picture of her dressed up as Hatsune Miku in the ward. And it was really crazy. Hold on. There was this VTuber who was like, hold on. Did the rubber room have rats? No, but it had Hatsune Miku grippy socks. Wait, hold on. This is so mean. I'm sure she's a nice young lady. But you know when somebody has like those spooky eyes? She has like really spooky eyes. Let me find a picture of her. Not her model. She has grippy sock energy though, that's for sure. Grippy sock energy. So VTubers, just so you know, I pay attention. I know. Apparently she's a fan too, because she DM'd me. And I'm like, oh, okay. Holy shit, she posts a lot. I can't show that. That's dirty. I can't show any of these. Okay. At some point, you're just bullying insane people for going where they wanted. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of that. She doesn't post pictures of her eyes, bro. That's what I want to see. That's her with the cock. Pepe. Her model has a "Please be patient, I have autism" hat. I'm putting my nose to the VTuber grindstone now. Come on, Greg, it's time. It's time for you to put on the hat and join the drama. I can fix her. Okay, well, Cat, can you fix her, Cat? Can you fix her? I mean, you'll try. I don't want to act. Oh, that was a close one. Somebody get Cat in her DMs right now. God. Crayon, my beloved. Guys, you're not supposed to simp for her. That's what she wants. Cat, make her a Wojak. No. No, no. No. Oh, I can't. That was a video of her model getting plowed. Fuck, what was that? There was like a VTuber. There was a VTuber, and she had like a bat, right?
Crayon, my beloved.
Is this the initial call out?
Being of 4th of July, the VTuber, LuTuber,
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Unfortunately, there's this like guy talking over it.
community, and overall making it a more welcoming place for all fellas out there. Because overall, situations like this be serious. So when I tell you I received the fattest blue ball when I opened the video to the equivalent of a power fit.
Hi.
This is
you
cringe.
probably
All right, so here's the call out video, right? This is a really fucking crazy. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy, right? So she like wrongfully accuses a guy of some shit in this video, and her method of accusing this guy is insane.
Hi. You probably don't know me too well, but allow me to introduce myself. I'm Murasaki Mika. I am an eldritch horror VTuber, current goddess of lust, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen my messages the previous week regarding my own negative experience with a certain distasteful VTuber. As someone who claims to be an advocate for all things sexual or have a greater understanding of consent, you kind of suck at it. And based on the others that have reached out to me, you've actually pushed a lot of people's boundaries and made them uncomfortable, all in the name of your ego. And it's disgusting. And whether those who have reached out to me feel comfortable or not, let me know. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to make your own post. I'll be the voice for you. Because unlike
Eldritch
this
horror and goddess of lust doesn't really work together. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Current goddess of lust, that implies there's a lineage.
person, I actually take care to know about boundaries, consent, and all that.
So she does a thing where you can pay for her to pretend to be your girlfriend online, and that's kind of like what was happening in this. And then post hoc, she turned around and was like, he was being creepy, but he was paying for the service of her pretending to be in a relationship with him. Okay?
My own experiences, but I also don't use it as a weapon to fuel my own ego. How
Imagine being in character for a call out post. Like an essay call out post. That's wild. That's insane. Like touch grass. Like actually touch grass. Like that bat should not be used to beat the horny. It should be used to beat you.
silly. Imagine that.
No wonder sirens were so easily able to lure men to their deaths. Yes.
So, if you have an inkling of who I'm discussing or who I'm talking about, please feel free to reach out. I won't be discussing who they are yet. It's all in due time, especially when I have others helping me gather and share information.
None of that ever happened. She lied. That was a lie.
When the time comes, the appropriate announcement will be made. But after that, I'm not gonna look back at it, because I don't give a fuck whether anything happens or not. I don't give a fuck. I just want it to be out there, and I'm not gonna discuss it any further than that. You know who you are.
Like what kind of call out post is this? This is insane. This is so unhinged and inappropriate. Like this, like you're stupid. You're an idiot.
So I hope you're prepared.
Man, I am gonna be like a nuclear bomb to the VTuber community. This is.
Goodbye.
That's so incredibly inappropriate. I don't.
Is this nigga serious or what?
I do not support all VTubers. Some of y'all just ain't thinking. First thing before we dive deeper is
Yeah, it do be that way. Yep. So that was like a humongous thing that was happening in the VTuber community. Yeah, her and a dude ended up doing a not safe for work questionnaire, and she filled it out where she was okay with it, and he sent her pics and she was okay with it. Yeah, so it was like all consensual, and she like post hoc turned around and was like, nah, it's actually not. Oh, hold on. I found her. I found a picture of Akuma Miko. There we go. I know she has contacts in. All right. Took me a while. VTuber. The woman. She has not gone outside in a long time. No, not a drop of vitamin D in that body. Much like a Victorian goddess. She looks like a Danganronpa character. Is this the crazy girl I'm fixing? Oh, oh my god. Oh, okay. I'm being really mean. I don't think she's not a pretty girl. I do think she's very pretty, but these pictures do her no justice. I gotta be honest. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, she has a very pretty body, but these pictures do not help. I think put less filters on. Okay. Anyway. VTubers, I do pay attention to your drama. She's whiter than me and I burn in direct sunlight. She looks like an e-girl from Whoville. Holy shit. That's so fucking mean but accurate. Holy shit. But yeah, I mean I think she's very pretty, but those pictures don't help at all. They do not fight the grippy sock allegations at all. Average age of VTubers is like under 25 too, which makes all this drama blown out of proportion. I think it's funnier when they're older. Where are these people getting money for these multi-$1,000 models and rigs? I don't know, because at the same token, all these people be like, I have no money, please help me. I'm doing a subathon because I can't pay rent this month. You know, I think a lot of these people just have really poor spending habits. Like I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It was really fucking expensive to put this model together for what was eventually a shit post. But now it's become such an expensive endeavor. I might as well go whole ass into it, right? Because I didn't realize how expensive it was. And it was worth it because on one hand, it's like I'm paying a friend of mine to do it, so I don't feel bad about spending the money because, you know, like I've talked about it before, Toxic's gone full time with the art. So like, you know, I'm happy to pay money to her because she's a homie. Yeah, some people legitimately take out loans to start VTubing. Yeah. It's called seeking arrangement. Or like body pillows. We've priced those and it's pretty fucking expensive. So like it's not an easy thing. Why not just get a job? That's a very crazy thing to suggest. It's a very crazy thing to suggest. It's better for your credit score. Stop being so reasonable. Venomous Socks, what are you doing? But yeah, it's not cheap to get into VTubing. Very expensive. It's why all these companies put it up. But yeah, all right. I think I think we're done for the day. So everybody get the fuck out of here. Get a job? No, that's insane. Today's diesel fact. Today's diesel help. Get a job. Get a job, take your meds. Remember, everybody, get a job and take your meds.